Since the end of 2012, the Sahel and West African region have launched in Ouagadougou the Global Alliance for Resilience, AGIR, which aims to eradicate hunger before 2030. This alliance is indeed a framework favoring more synergy, coherence and effectiveness in the service of resilience initiatives in 17 countries of the Sahel and West Africa. Placed under the political and technical leadership of the ECOWAS, the YMU and the SEALs, the alliance relies on platforms and existing networks, particularly the RPCA, the Network of Prevention of the Food Crisis.
Comme on l'a toujours dit, ce n'est pas une initiative, mais un cadre de réflexion qui nous permet d'échanger les idées pour que, effectivement, que dans le cadre de la mise en œuvre de ce
As always said, it's not an initiative, but a conceptual framework that allows us to exchange ideas in the context of the implementation of this program. We should have a wide consensus on our project and programs in order to succeed in improving the living conditions of our people and to develop agriculture and ensure the well-being of our farmers. This is for us the Global Alliance for Resilience in West Africa.
En premier chef, nos agriculteurs pour garantir leur mieux-être. C'est ça pour nous l'Alliance globale pour la résilience en Afrique de l'Ouest.
The stakeholders were equipped with a regional roadmap in April 2013, which has been now declined at the national level. The Sahel and West African countries are now engaged in the process of resilience priorities, PRP AGIR. Burkina Faso, Niger, Mali, Chad and Togo have already validated their process of resilience country priorities at the end of an inclusive dialogue involving a wide range of stakeholders. Burkina Faso is one of the countries moving forward the most in this process. His PRP document has been approved since March 2016.
La spécificité de ce programme-là, c'est justement le fait de pouvoir
PRP is actually a strategy document, a reference framework that brings together various sectoral programs. What is special about this program is the ability to federate the actions of different sectors, such as health, nutrition, water, agriculture, animal breeding. As you notice, PRP includes all these sectors. Those are the new aspects of the PRP.
PRP regroupe tous ces acteurs-là. Donc c'est la nouveauté en ce qui concerne en fait donc le PRP.
After an inclusive dialogue, the Burkinabe government has then defined 14 structured priorities according to the 4 pillars of the alliance. No less than 10 million people are targeted, including more than 5 million for the next 5 years. A detailed targeting was realized to identify the geographical classification of the vulnerable populations in rural areas in particular. In urban areas, and according to a survey, the total number of vulnerable people is estimated at approximately 1 million for all the cities of Burkina Faso. Within the framework of the first pillar, the government plans to promote the social welfare and solidarity, improve the capacity of emergency responses, and also improve access to health services as well as education for the vulnerable people. As an example, and to take care and prevent malnutrition, there is, through Burkina Faso, a whole network of recovery center and nutritional education, CREN, who offers an outpatient unit and internal service for the children suffering from moderate or severe acute malnutrition. It is in a recovery and ambulatory care for those who have no complications. We receive children who come from all around. Women come from their own, and even community health agents send us the children. But wherever they come from, we welcome children, and regarding the weight size report, we make a selection. If the child has moderate malnutrition, it is an outpatient. If the child has severe acute malnutrition without complications, it is an outpatient procedure. Only patients with severe acute malnutrition with complications are interned. The government also supports training centers for young girls through initiations of crafts such as batik, weaving, dyeing, the vegetable crops, and accompanies them in the implementation of income-generating activities. At the second level of pillar, the action taken by the government aims to improve the nutritional status of populations through the implementation of specific nutrition interventions. It is the mission of the Burkinabe Association Misola units that educates mothers about a balanced diet and thus participates in the nutrition education. It also conducts actions in favor of income-generating activities for women producing Misola flour.
In the direct target, there are children from 0 to 5 years, which are 5 million in Burkina Faso, and we are located in almost all regions. All districts make an annual estimate of population to be covered, and we do our statistics. We get beyond 50% of covered population. As these are products that are sold, if there is not a partner who agrees to pay for certain targets, there will be people who will not be able to access the flour. We suppose that our product concerns between 2 and 3 million children from 5 to 6 months each year.
Au niveau des écoles également, nous avons développé biscuits enrichis au moringa qui peuvent contribuer également à la lutte contre
In the schools, we developed biscuits fortified with moringa that contributes to fight against the deficit of nutritional values in the diets of children at the school canteen. It is an activity that contributes to the ACT program. We hope that the development of joint efforts will achieve the goal of ACT, which is to help eradicate malnutrition in the country within the next 20 years.
De contribuer à l'éradication d'ici 20 ans de la malnutrition dans nos pays.
The third pillar of the alliance aims to sustainably improve agricultural productivity. This is a particularly important challenge in the Sahel affected by the effects of climate change. Several USAID projects aim to support untrained farmers to cultivate their fields, often in extreme conditions through ZAI technique. This family operation of Sidogo village in the rural town of Kaya manages to cultivate his fields during the welding season.
Through the technique of ZAI and composting, we managed to grow despite the difficult weather conditions. It has been almost 20 days since it hasn't rained here, but millet feed still holds thanks to the ZAI technique taught by USAID.
The knowledge we have learned from USAID have been very beneficial. In the past, we used to practice extensive farming, but crops were below our expectations. Today, thanks to ZAI, we eat properly.
Un futur proche, nous espérons que le gouvernement...
In the near future, we hope that the government will develop a roadmap for the implementation of the PAP. It is important to note that USAID appreciates the cooperation with the government of Burkina Faso and the development of the PAP.
Il faut noter que l'USAID apprécie la coopération déjà avec le gouvernement Burkina Faso et à cause du processus d'élaboration de PAP.
The alliance is a policy tool which has for vocation to federate the efforts of the actors within the region and the international community around a common and shared result. Therefore, the alliance contributes to strengthen the institutional governance of the food and nutritional security through a better interstate government coordination, but also between the technical and financial partners who are strongly involved in its implementation. However, numerous challenges are on the way and must be lifted.
Les prochaines étapes vont consister à la mise en place d'un processus de mobilisation.
The next steps will be establishment of a process of mobilization of donors. The national platform that has been established for the conduct of inclusive dialogue that resulted in country resilience priorities will continue its work to mobilize donors. Its mission is to bring together all development policy documents and other policy documents that are related to resilience. This platform will also try to mobilize at national level to ensure that the resilience priorities are better known.
Documents de politique de développement et surtout les documents de politique qui sont en lien avec la résilience. Alors, cette plateforme va également essayer de faire une mobilisation au niveau national pour que les priorités de résilience pays soient encore mieux connues.
Dans le cadre de notre coopération au développement, notamment sur le secteur large de la sécurité alimentaire et nutritionnelle.
As part of our development cooperation, particularly in the area of food and nutrition security, sustainable agriculture, we already have ongoing interventions, including Food and Nutrition Security Program in Burkina Faso, which is a program with a budget of 25 million euros aimed at supporting the government of Burkina to strengthen the foundations of food security in a sustainable manner. For cooperation on the 11th European Development Fund, we have planned for this sector an overall amount of 190 million euros, of which 50 million euros will be allocated to the water sector and sanitation. 140 million euros will be destined specifically to the area of food and nutrition security.
De façon spécifique, le secteur de l'agriculture, de la sécurité alimentaire et nutritionnelle.
Si l'on prend par exemple au niveau de l'amélioration de la productivité agricole des petits ménages.
If you look at improving the agricultural productivity of small households, we'll propose actions along the lines of support to improve productivity and support them in the biological and mechanical protection of their soil, the basis of their production, in the direction of strengthening their capacity in the use of improved production techniques. That's basically simple technological packages adapted to the environment we gather and we put at their disposal with the support of technical department who are our partners.
Adaptés au milieu que nous réunissons et mettons à leur disposition. Bien sûr avec nos partenaires qui sont les ministères.
For the implementation of the PRP AGIR, the Burkinabe government plans a global cost of 640 billion CFA francs, about 975 million euros. To date, 42% of this budget is already acquired. The government plans to mobilize additional resources with the help of his international and local partners to fill the gap of 370 billion CFA francs. The PRP AGIR forms the very first stage of the process of dialogue, which should continue over time by strengthening the multi-sectoral approach of the alliance in order to reach the objective Zero Hunger on the horizon 2035.